particular lecture is all about manifesting anything easily with positive intention and focusing forward, which means you don't look back, you don't worry about what happened yesterday, you go forward with intent and positivity. The whole purpose is to establish accessibility and lower the apprehension regarding any failure or resistance when you're trying to work with manifestation. Okay, this is going to be really simple, really clear. The lecture is broken down into sections, and it's designed so anybody with or without metaphysical tools can practice right now. So you don't have to have anything if you want to do this, or you can have fun with your toys, like the crystals, the bells, the colors with candles and things. Okay. So this whole lecture is going to be positive and practical, and hopefully you'll find it very empowering. Okay. So as an introduction here, a couple of the key points is that manifestation is not really a mystical gatekeeping. It's intentional focus plus aligned action. You don't need any special training, any fancy rituals, or metaphysical supplies, like I mentioned, although they can enhance the fun. The human brain, is already wired to notice and amplify and attract what we focus on. And this lecture will explain in very simple framework how anyone can practice daily. So manifesting is not about forcing reality, but it's about partnering with your future, with the universe. Okay. So why does this work for everybody? And what this lecture is and isn't is pretty specific as well as simple. No special training, no belief system is required. This is repeatable as well as simple, and any human can do it. It's very practical. It's a gentle focus and technique that I developed, and you can use it every day, and it's definitely repeatable. So no force, no intentional, what do you call that? Like bulldozing forward. It's not really wishful thinking. All you're doing is setting an intention, if that makes sense. So what is manifesting really? To demystify any misconcepts, manifestation is all about clarity plus emotional alignment plus consistent forward focus and responsive action. Okay. Thoughts alone aren't enough. The emotion plus the expectation of behavior can create forward momentum. And a little technical bit here, the reticular activating system, the RAS, that resides in the brain, actually filters reality, which is based on what you tell it to look for, such as a new car or a certain color or a new sweater or a new job, something like that. Where your attention goes, the energy flows and the results can grow, right? Kind of like typing a destination into a GPS. The moment you choose a destination, your guidance begins, and it's the same with manifestation. Manifestation actually equals your direction that you're going. You focus first, then you have the intent or the emotion, you have an action, a positive action, and you always have an expectation. Your brain is already doing this. So it filters reality and it seeks patterns, and your brain also responds to the focus that you're doing. The core principle being positive, forward-focused intention. And the purpose for this is to establish our main technique. So if you think about it, the key concepts, are that intentions are seeds. So a clear intention gives your mind and energy something to grow. When you focus forward, not backwards, This can eliminate worry, frustration, stress, tension, anxiety. It can keep your mentality in check. It can keep your worry in check. You don't have to concern yourself with blowing an idea up too big, like making a mountain out of a molehill. Um, it's like you don't focus on what's missing. You focus on where you're going, if that makes sense. Instead of thinking, I don't want to be broke, you don't put that negative energy into this. Focus on your fact that you're moving forward. And as an example, you can actually tell yourself, I am moving forward with financial stability and abundance. And then you can progress to the point where you actually visualize it as it has happened already. Now, the third point is the emotional equivalence. So, like I just mentioned, what you're doing here is you're feeling the actual feeling of that wish or the intention already fulfilled. So, feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So, feeling just a little tiny bit of what the outcome would be like is not forcing joy, just the outcome as if it has already happened. Okay. So that's like if you want a new house, you think about what kind of place it would be, what it looked like, what color, how many rooms, how many bathrooms, what kind of kitchen, what kind of front yard or backyard. If you want a big garage, a small garage, a shed, you would consider all of that stuff before you go look, right? You're also putting that energy into that probability momentum, that forward focusing. So once your mind believes something is actually possible, it begins scanning for opportunities to match this, like a realtor going after that house you want. They will scan ads, they'll scan their papers, they'll see what's on the market, and they will focus on your requirements and your intent, and they'll gather up certain prospects for you to go look at. Okay. Um, so I want you to think about that for just a moment. Okay. I'd like you to pick one thing that you really desire, and I want you to phrase it as I am moving toward, and name whatever it is. Think about that for just a moment. I am moving toward a new house. I am moving toward a better job. I am moving toward advancement and a raise. I am moving toward another state to live in, whatever it is. Okay. Be clear, be positive, be forward moving. Visualize a seed, because when you plant a seed, it breaks through the shell and then it sprouts above ground and it grows. Your forward focus can change anything you want. So remember, be positive. Don't say, I don't want this, I don't want that. Think about, I am moving towards whatever it is, or I am feeling fantastic because I already have whatever it is. Your emotions also equal the fuel that helps this focus and intention. So, with calm, confidence, gentle excitement, and a sense of possibility, figure out, what do you really want? Let's think about it. What do you really want for 2026? Think about it for just a moment. Your new car? Do you want to raise? Do you want to move? New house, new romance? Do you want to better yourself? Go back to college? You want to win the lottery? You want to get some kind of a big windfall? Do you want to start a business? If that's what you want, there's that seed that you can plant. Okay. Now, the simple manifestation formula will provide a repeatable, easy to understand method here. So the step one here is to be clear, like I talked about, and specific. What do you want? What do I want? What does anybody want? Better home, more money, better relationship, perhaps. Those are pretty much the top things: love, money, things like that. And then, of course, there's other small things. You want a fishing boat? Do you want a large piece of property with a small pond on it to put lily pads? Do you want to move to the Amazon and go trekking through the jungle? Do you want to go lie on the beach somewhere or climb a mountain or have a nice little cabin in Colorado where it snows and you can be cozy with a warm, beautiful fireplace? Figure out what you want. Keep it simple. Okay. You can write it down or say it or simply just form the thought. Keep the wording positive and directional, meaning forward. So the next step is to energize this whole concept. So this is the why do you want it? We've got the what do you want? So why do you want it? Maybe you need a bigger house. Maybe you're going to have some kids. Maybe you want a smaller house because you're downsizing. Maybe you need a new car because the other one's old and it keeps breaking down. Maybe you want to go back and finish your education because you had to stop for whatever reason and you had to work or you had to raise a family or you had to do something else. And now you have that time again that you can actually focus on finishing that degree. So attach the desired feeling of either peace, joy, freedom, security, some kind of connection with the intention. Remember, emotions equal fuel for the intention. The next step is be in alignment with your intent. How can you move toward it today? What can you do? Your tiny actions create huge energetic shifts. And one step actually signals commitment to the future outcome, to your goal. Okay. The next step is expectations, which is allowing the path to unfold naturally as it should. You don't put a time frame on it. You don't say, okay, universe, I want to buy a new car by 3 days from now. Okay, if you want to do that, the universe is going to present you with something you may not be able to afford. You have to have all your ducks in a row, so to speak, to get what you want. So remember, allow the path to unfold naturally. May take a couple of months, may take a day, may take a couple of weeks, may take a couple of years. You don't know. But the right thing for you will present itself. Try not to micromanage the how of things, how it happens. Stay open to unexpected opportunities or people or timing. You never know what opportunity is going to present itself to you or what's going to happen. The next step is to refocus every day, not obsessively, but gently, just a few seconds. You can visualize and be very intentional when you recall what you want, and that keeps the forward momentum really strong. Here's a repeatable mantra you can use also. You can tell yourself every day as you hold this intention in your head that I choose the destination. Life shows me the path. Now you can repeat that if you want. I choose the destination. Life shows me the path. So that actually brings us to, let's see, our 5-step formula. Sorry, I hit that on accident. The 5-step formula is easy. You clarify, you be specific, energize it, align yourself to that purpose, have the expectation, and refocus. And of course, you fuel it with your emotions. So remember, clarify is what do you want? Keep it simple, keep it positive. Then energize. Why does this matter? What would it feel like? The next step is aligning yourself. One small action every day, couple of seconds, doesn't have to be really long. Expect things to happen, have your expectations, release the control. Give it to the universe. Stay open to anything that happens or anything that may come your direction. You never know what form it's going to take. I actually watched a movie once, but before I continue, I want to interject this. It was interesting. There was a lady who wanted to move to Italy from the United States, and she had just gotten a bad divorce. Her husband was cheating on her or something. I can't remember the name of the movie. It's been several years since I've seen it. But she found a villa and she was allowed to buy it. She had the proper finances and she had the proper job because, when you move to another country, they have specific expectations for you as a foreigner to be able to hold up your end of the bargain so you won't rely on their government. So she was in this villa. She made some friends. She fixed it up. And she decided that she wanted to have a partner again and maybe get married and have a child. Anyway, through the entire movie, things were happening. She was meeting people. She was working at her new job. And at the end, she finally realized that she had a partner, which was a business partner that turned into a romantic partner. She had a beautiful home. She had a lot of friends. She was doing well financially. And prior to that, she had a friend who had made her the godmother of her baby because she had some kind of a terminal illness and she'd recently passed away. So the lady had a baby. She had every single one of her wishes granted. She had a home, she moved, new job, new partner, new child, a baby. You never know what form that things are going to come in. So don't forget the last step is refocus. Gentle daily recalls. Couple of seconds here and there, maybe 10, not hours. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time meditating. If you want to do a big dream board, that's totally up to you. Take a look at it for 10 seconds every day. Think how wonderful this would be to have what what your intention is. Okay. So, like I said, there's two ways of doing this. You can have tools or not tools. And we're going to talk about the having not tools, manifesting without tools, which are optional. They're not requirements. The purpose of this is universal accessibility to everyone and anyone who wants to try this. The tools free method is pretty simple. You can use visualization. It's called mental rehearsing. So you can think about things, you can focus on things without any pressure. You don't even have to tell anybody. Just sit quietly and close your eyes if you want to and think about stuff. Intention setting, do this each morning if you can. You can do little micro actions, small actions aligned with the desired future, the desired goal or outcome. Now, you can also rewrite your self-talk, which is super important right here. Rewrite your self-talk to match the outcome, such as, I'm becoming someone who, and you fill in the blank, right? So manifesting can even just be self-improvement. If you want to quit smoking, lose weight, gain weight because you're too thin, get healthier, eat better, change your whole, I want to say, nutritional plan. I'm not going to say diet. Change your nutritional plan. You can focus on that. And you can think, I'm becoming someone who eats better. I'm becoming someone who exercises and feels better. So it's not just outside things that you can focus on. Positive intention helps redirection. So positive self-talk when doubts appear, that'll make them go away. Picture yourself in your head 10 pounds lighter or 10 pounds heavier if that's what you want. Or maybe walking into a store, passing the cigarette counter and going for an iced tea or something, or a small sandwich, or a new bottle of nail polish, whatever it is. something positive that you can actually build on. You can also do expectation training. You can assume good things are in motion, they are going to happen. Think positively, expect good things to happen. Even if small things tend to be a little bit negative, you can always turn them around somehow. And I'll give you an example. A few years ago, I had a lady in one of my classes that I teach, and she was very disruptive. And she was always talking to people during the class that I taught when I was talking. And she was disruptive, and she'd come in late. She'd have to leave early. A lot of times she didn't tell me. And I started gritting my teeth when I saw her. It was really bad. So I decided I'm going to turn this around because I didn't want to feel that negativity anymore. And she was really a nice lady to other people. I just didn't really know her. So I kept thinking, okay, let's turn this around. I'm going to call her Mary. Her name's not Mary, but I'll call her Mary. I started thinking, okay, Mary is my star student. She's always perfect. She's always got a reason for either coming in late or leaving early. And she's always helpful when she talks to people. She's my star student. That right there, it took me a few weeks, but I turned around the way I thought about this person, and she ended up becoming a friend of mine. And we got along pretty good. And she made a point, I didn't mention it to her, but for some reason, she made a point to come in either early or on time and then leave on time. And she made another point without me ever saying anything to actually pay more attention in class. So she had to move away a short time after that to a different state with her daughter. She was an older lady, but we got along really, really well until then. And my stress level went down. Everything was great. Everybody seemed to get along in the entire group a lot better. So that's just one example of how negative self-talk can be turned around. Okay. Reassurance to yourself helps also. You're doing good. You've got a wonderful hairstyle today. It's going to be awesome. You're going to go out and you're going to slay the competition. You're going to do awesome. Okay. Tell yourself you're looking great today. All right. So with the tools-free method, obviously the tools are optional, and you're using your mind more as your tool. So in essence, you are the tool. Your thoughts, your feelings, your attention, your actions, everyday manifestation methods using the morning intention, doing that few seconds there, positive self-talk, small micro actions to move you forward in a positive redirection if you need it. Be consistent. Consistency beats intensity. Okay. I'm going to say that again. It's super important. Consistency beats intensity. Small, daily, sustainable actions help move your intentions forward. You visualize a drop of liquid filling a cup over time, just one drop at a time, nice and slow. Eventually, that cup is going to get full, right? This is exactly what happens when you do your small, daily, and sustainable visualizations or your intentions, or just even looking at that dream board that you made just for a few seconds. If you even want to breathe for like a minute or so, do a breathing exercise, in with the good air, out with the negativity, you can do that. You're still being the tool. Okay. So we've talked about without tools. Let's talk about with tools for just a moment. Now, the purpose of this is for the people who really enjoy the ritual and keeping it simple. We're going to keep this super simple. And I know I've talked about manifesting with tools in other lectures before, but this is going to be a bit different. Um, Keep in mind the KISS principle, KISS. Keep it simple, silly. Some people say another word, but I like to use silly. Keep it simple, silly. Okay. So the KISS principle equals being very lightweight, like lighthearted, non-intimidating, to yourself and others around you, staying positive. Um, you can carry a crystal with you if you want. Use it as a focus anchor. That really helps. A lot of people carry them in their little coin purse. I know some people that carry citrine or pyrite or some kind of a green stone, like an emerald or maybe something else, a jade, to attract money. Aventurine is also good. That's green. And I know it works because I've tried that one. There are many options. You can also use citrine for abundance, rose quartz for love, clear quartz for clarity, and just about anything. It's one thing nice about a clear quartz, even a tiny one. You can keep it with you, focus on that quartz, and that will send out your intention and enhance it. You can use candles. Don't forget, fire element symbolizes transformation. Lighting one can set an intention. So that's another positive focus forward. You can make sigils. Super easy. If you're not familiar with sigils, all that is like a little scribble put together. Um, the symbols are simple and you charge them with purpose when you draw them because you put your intent and your belief and your focus into it. And then when you release it, it goes out to the universe. I'm not sure. I think we did a lecture some time ago about sigils. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look into that. May have to offer up something for next year on sigils or maybe the year after because I know we have a nice full calendar for 2026 already. Okay. The next one you can use is affirmation cards. This is a really good one, super easy. You can have an app on your phone. Yes, there's an app for that. You can look up affirmations. You can look up famous people quotes and use that as an affirmation. Something to help get you in a good mood to start the day. You can do daily subconscious patterning with these. Also, if you have like a deck of affirmation cards, I believe that Louise Hay has some affirmation cards that are really nice. You can pull one and set that intention to have a good day with whatever it says on it. You can use scent or sound like incense, essential oils, an essential oil perfume blend, a room spray. You can use bells. You can use singing bowls. And any of this can help shift the goal into an intention mode. So tools help, but you are the one that focuses more easily with them if that's what you want to do. They're not, however, the power source. You are. Tools are a focus anchor. You are the power source. Okay. An optional is to have a support person you can talk to, somebody that understands what you're doing, why you're doing it, and will offer an ear if you need to talk, set some time, have patience, help you through some frustrations if you need it. So we've been through a lot of common tools that you can use, super easy, super inexpensive. You can even use birthday candles. I've done that before when I couldn't find what I wanted. Small candles, they burn down in like maybe 5, 7, 8 minutes or so. You can do a small ritual with it if you need to, just as an example of how fast it burns down. So crystals, candles, sigils, affirmations, scent, sound. But remember, tools don't create power. They focus on your power. Now, sometimes it may seem like things aren't going your way. So, we're going to talk about removing common roadblocks. Focusing on a problem is not the way to go. You focus um, on the solution because you don't want that negativity cluttering up your intention. Don't say, I don't want so and so. What you can say is, I have created this and so, fill in the blank. Okay. Just turn it around. Get rid of that negative self talk. Turn that negative into a positive. Okay. So don't focus on the problem, focus on the solution. What can you do to turn it around? Another thing is inconsistent direction, like changing your GPS destination every 5 seconds or every 5 minutes. It's not going to go nowhere to go. It's going to take you in a roundabout way, and you're probably going to get lost, which is not a good thing to do. Something else that you need to be careful of is emotional contradictions. Okay. If you desire something you expect not to get, that expectation wins. How many times have you thought, oh my gosh, it would be nice to have this and so, but there's no way I can get it because. Let's turn that around. If you really, really want that, set that intention, put the emotion into it, focus forward. Don't talk about how you're not going to get it or why you're not going to get it, or don't put up that roadblock or that brick wall, because that the universe is going to see that. It takes things very literally. Okay. Micromanaging the timing and the method is also not a good idea. Trying to control how and when the universe does things creates resistance, and that's not something you want to do. Just like I mentioned before, let it unfold in its own time. You don't know what other factors are going on. There may be something perfect for you, but it's got to leave someone else's hands in order to be routed to you by the universe so you can have it. And it may be the better thing for you than what you have now. Ignoring small nudges is also not a good thing. So when the universe gives you like an intuitive idea, which are often the first signs of manifestation's progress, pay attention. Little tiny things. They tap you on the shoulder. You get something that flashes in your brain for just a second. It's like, where did that thought come from? That sound familiar? Yeah, me too. That's the universe telling you, hey, I'm making some progress here. Look what I get to do for you. Look what's coming in your way, your direction, coming your way. It's getting that much closer. When manifestation feels stuck, don't forget about this stuff. It can be because of the wrong focus, mixed signals, over control, ignoring those nudges. It's kind of like a traffic jam that happens versus when you have an open road and you have the top down on the car and you can just ride and enjoy the cool sunshine and the air blowing through the car. It's really nice. Don't forget common fixes. Reword your intention. Simplify the intention. If it's too complicated, that's not going to work. Take one small step at a time. Take one day at a time, one small step. Relax your timing. Don't force it. Let it happen as it will. And things will start awakening and moving in your direction. All right, we've come to the time where we get to do a little bit of practice. This section is all about an intention activation meditation. So the purpose of this is to give you all an immediate sense of success, and everybody succeeds. Nobody fails. There's no such thing. So I want you to sit easily. If you want to, you can cross your legs, put your feet on the floor, whatever is comfortable for you. Don't forget to breathe. I would just relax your shoulders and all the way down your spine, breathing slowly. In your mind, internally, I'd like you to name and think about what desire would you like for 2026 or the next month or whatever it is. Think about it very specifically. It doesn't have to be complicated. Keep it simple. Remember the KISS principle. Keep it simple. Picture one small step that you can do today to progress forward toward that goal, that intention. Imagine the future version of you that already has achieved this goal. Think about yourself sitting in the new house, in the new car, having that new job or that raise, having the respect in your job, publishing a book, selling some of your artwork, winning a marathon, or even participating in a marathon. Even if you come in last, you finished. Doesn't matter. Imagine that future version of you that has already achieved this goal. I want you to think about it. Visualize it in your head. I'm going to set my timer for about 3 more minutes. And we are going to actually consider what this would be like. Winning the lottery, moving, having that beautiful dream vacation, the perfect romantic partner if you're unmarried, renewing your relationship if you're married, having kids move out, having the freedom to create things if you're an artist. Feel at least 5% of that confidence, the joy, the peace that this wonderful goal can bring to you right now. Tell yourself in your mind, you're moving forward easily. Your path is unfolding. It's opening. And you're feeling the feeling of your wish and intention that is fulfilled. Breathe in. Breathe out. Picture whatever this is in all its detail and color and beauty. Inhaling again. Try not to hold your breath. And when you're ready, if you're sitting down, like in a new house or something, you may reach out. See if you can feel something. Feel the walls. Maybe there's a new floor or a carpet under your toes. Get that new car smell. Walking through a beautiful patch of grass in a lovely garden. Looking out the window of an airplane as you come in for a landing. Somewhere you've never been. Feel that excitement well up inside. Choose what you want to see. Choose how you want to feel. Focus on that wonderful, real feeling. And then after you feel everything, you're going to release that wonderful feeling back out to the universe. Think positive. As it moves away, you're going to keep some of it with you, and it's going to surround you, and it's going to stay with you. So you can open your eyes and silently reflect on your goal, on your intention. Remember, emotions are fuel. If you feel that wonderful excitement bubbling up, that's fuel for your manifestation. And after you've done this, then we can bring ourselves back. You can also picture a beautiful clear sky or the water or the flame of a candle. And if you haven't already, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, open your eyes, move the spine around a little bit. So we're going to go into our closing part here. So the takeaway is that you don't need perfection. You just need consistency. Okay? And with empowerment, you are empowered. You are the tool. Focusing forward, positive self-talk. Manifestation is not magic. It's direction plus your energy plus your actions. The more gentle and positive and forward-facing the intention you have, the easier the process becomes because you don't need perfection. You just need consistency. Remember, every day you choose to focus forward. You shift the probability of your own future. You are in control of this. Directions matter, emotions for fuel. Actions can confirm what is going to happen. Remember the little nudges from the universe. Expectation can open doors and pathways. May take a while for that ending result to get to you, but it is possible. Picture a path leading toward a light down a nice pathway in a small village, or maybe a wonderful street with lovely houses on either side, or maybe on one side, and you have forest on the other, or through a mountain. You've got a mountain trail. Never forget, your future is listening. The universe wants to help you. Give it something beautiful to become, and then it will give you back something beautiful to have.